All right, what's up? What's up? This is the Billy Boy on another edition of the What's Up Show. Today's episode is Michael Jackson's Thriller, the most famous music video ever made. All right, Kevin, would you like to go ahead and say good morning to my audience?
Good morning, everybody. This is Kevin. Excited to be here with Billy Boy and all of you today. Let's have some fun.
All right, today we're standing in one of the most famous streets in America. Not Hollywood, not Hollywood Boulevard, not Rodeo Drive, but a little street in Boyle Heights where Michael Jackson changed music history forever.
That's right, Boyle Heights. Not the glitz and glamour you might expect, but kind of a regular neighborhood. That
Yeah,
contrast is exactly.
yeah, that's
Go ahead.
where I live. Go ahead and read your part where it says today we're taking you.
Today we're taking you to the corner of Union Pacific Avenue and South Calzona Street. This is where Michael Jackson and his zombie crew danced into history. And you know what? They shot most of that iconic dance right there in 2 nights. Real neighborhood houses in the background, folks probably peeking through their curtains, and now that little block is a piece of music history.
And you know what? I went down there yesterday and made a show about it, right? I sure did. I'll tell
Mm-hmm.
you right where I was. I was sitting right here, right? Right there. They got the little wall here and everything. I was right
Yeah,
there.
that's pretty powerful, Billy Boy. You're standing where pop culture literally shifted. Just a regular sidewalk, but with a story that's still echoing 40 years later.
Yeah. Let me draw where I was standing at. I was standing here, right here, in this area right there. That's where
Yeah, and that's powerful. You're standing with the energy of that night is still kind of hanging in the air. It's something almost surreal about that, right?
yeah, there's something surreal about it because right down here is where the this building right here, this great big building right over in here, this is the cold storage that burned down in Boyle Heights, and it took a whole week for them to put the fire out. Matter of fact, they're still sprinkling water on it right now. This is a lineage cold storage facility.
Hmm. Wow, that's actually a powerful connection for your episode. Same neighborhood, but two very different moments in history. One site known for a cultural phenomenon, the other for a dramatic and difficult fire that tested the community. Bringing those threads together could give your audience a deeper sense of the history of Boyle Heights.
Yeah. So anyway, uh, I'm from Boyle Heights. I've driven those streets many times, and today we're going to show you where Michael Jackson and dozens of zombies danced one October night in 1983. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and complete our survey. So we're going to jump to segment one, the street that changed history. This is it. The famous zombie dance wasn't filmed on a movie lot. It happened right here in Boyle Heights. Kevin, go ahead and read your part, the famous dance.
The famous dance was filmed over 2 nights in March of 1983. Not a studio set, not Hollywood lights, just real street lamps and the magic of movie making. Michael wanted something gritty and authentic, and Boyle Heights gave him that backdrop. And here's the cool fact, they used smoke machines right here, and neighbors said the fog lingered even after filming wrapped.
Yeah, right where this woman is standing, where I was standing yesterday. So look at the show from yesterday, and you can see I was standing right there. Matter of fact, they put some porta potties out here because they are got the fire department down here. They got the fire department all down in here, putting out the fire down here. So the porta potties are along the street over here. All right. So, fun
Yeah,
facts. Go ahead.
it's pretty amazing how the same block has seen such different nights. It adds a kind of layered history. Thrillers, make believe monsters, and then real life moments that test the neighborhood's strength. It shows how places carry so many stories over time.
And the fun facts about this, the whole Thriller thing was filmed in only a few days. It was directed by John Landis, choreographed by Michael Peters, makeup by Academy Award winner Rick Baker, and Vincent Price recorded the legendary narrations. If you visit, please respect the neighborhood. People actually live here, like me, for example. All right, in segment two, how Thriller changed entertainment forever. Go ahead and read, Kevin.
All right. Thriller wasn't just a music video, it was a 14-minute short film. The first time MTV treated a video like a movie premiere. It broke down doors for black artists on MTV, and suddenly music videos weren't just promo, they were events. And to think, all that started on this one little street in Boyle Heights.
That's right. And entering facts are that the video saved album sales, it revolutionized MTV, it helped make Thriller the best-selling album in history, created the modern short film music video, became the first music video added to the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress. Before Thriller, music videos were commercials. After Thriller, they became movies. So now, in segment three, everybody wanted to be Michael Jackson. Go ahead and talk about that, Kevin, and tell the examples.
And this is where it gets wild. After Thriller, everyone from high schools to prisons were recreating that dance. There's this famous video of inmates doing Thriller in perfect sync. That's global reach. It's like the choreography became a universal language. Japan, Africa, Europe, everywhere you look. People lined up to do that zombie shuffle. Even today, flash mobs keep it alive. That's the kind of cultural stamp you just can't erase.
I bet you they do this dance a lot on Halloween. Do they do this on Halloween, Kevin?
Oh, you bet. Every Halloween, Thriller comes back to life. Dance troupes, flash mobs, kids, grown-ups, all of them doing that zombie routine. It's basically a Halloween ritual now. 40 years later, you're still almost guaranteed to hear it and see it somewhere every Halloween.
That's simply amazing. And examples that we see are flash mobs, weddings, schools, colleges, military groups, theme parks, cruise ships, dance studios. Yes, several prisons around the world have produced their own version of the Thriller dance. One of the most famous viral examples featured inmates in the Philippines performing synchronized routines, inspiring similar performance elsewhere. Every October, thousands of people participate in the Thriller World, a worldwide synchronized Thriller dance event held around Halloween. 40 plus years later, people are still learning this dance. Does Thriller still matter? Kevin, what do you think?
Oh, without question, Thriller still matters, not just because it's catchy, but because it's a reminder. Music can cross race, language, age, nationality. Thriller is a shared memory. Parents show their kids, and now those kids show their kids. And with streaming and YouTube, new generations keep discovering it. It's timeless, like Halloween itself. It returns.
Read your part where it says today.
Today, when you stand on this quiet block in Boyle Heights, you can feel it. It's not just nostalgia. Thriller is a reminder of how art can bring us together across every line people try to draw. That's the real legacy.
Yep, that's the real legacy. And I don't know about you, but Halloween doesn't feel complete until somebody plays Thriller. So now here's an interesting question. Will all music video ever replace Will any music video ever replace Thriller as the Halloween anthem? What do you think, Kevin?
Hmm, that's a great question, Billy Boy. In my view, no video has replaced Thriller as the Halloween anthem. Plenty of songs pop up every October, but none have matched its blend of spectacle, story, and cultural weight. Could it happen one day? Sure. But Thriller is still the benchmark. Decades on, people are still learning it, performing it, and passing it down. That's a true classic.
And the interesting thing that this happened in my little East LA town of Boyle Heights, right there, right next to Santa Ana Freeway and right next to the I-5 freeway.
And that's the perfect way to bring it home. This global phenomenon started on a neighborhood street where folks live, work, and raise families. Boyle Heights gave the world a piece of immortal culture, and that's something your viewers and listeners should be proud of.
Now, there's a street that's got a similar name next to Calzona. It's called Colada, but it wasn't filmed on Colada. Is that right, Kevin?
Hmm, that's right. It was filmed on Union Pacific Avenue at South Calzona Street, not Colada. Those two names trip people up because they're a block apart and sound so similar. But the Thriller dance was definitely on Calzona.
All right. So millions know the dance, millions know the music, but surprisingly few know the filming location. Responsible tourism could help celebrate an important part of Los Angeles history while respecting the neighborhood. While I'm here, I'm also going to show you another nearby landmark. Just a short distance away was the Lineage Cold Storage Warehouse that burned for days, sending smoke across Los Angeles. The contrast is striking. One location became famous for fictional zombies, while another became the scene of a very real industrial disaster. Today, officials are also dealing with sanitation concerns around the burned facility. It's a reminder of how history, both pop culture and current events, can exist side by side. Be sure to distinguish the two locations clearly. There was actually a third location on Olympic Boulevard on Colada Street where a homeless person took and burned down, piled all his stuff right there on Colada and uh, Olympic, right next to the Felbro company, and burned down all his stuff on the sidewalk. And they're still cleaning up that mess today. So, in closing, I hope you enjoyed this trip through music history. If you ever danced to Thriller, leave a comment below. If you ever visited this famous street, we'd love to hear your story. Go ahead and read your part, Kevin.
Remember, folks, What's Up is about celebrating stories that connect us. If you want more deep dives like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and as always, keep the conversation going.
All right. And I want to take and remind all of you out there to enjoy your summer. Be safe out there. And if you're in Boyle Heights area, please come down Union Pacific Street right there uh, on our little street or Calzona, South Calzona Street, and line up out there, put your zombie mask on, and dance the Thriller theme song. I like to beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. How did you like the show, Kevin?
You brought it home, Billy Boy. Full circle, right there on the sidewalk where history happened. Love the energy.
I love the energy too. I love Michael Jackson. It's a shame to see that he's not with us anymore. Is there anything you'd like to say before we close out, Kevin?
Just this. What you're doing today, standing there telling the story, that's how history stays alive. Keep shining that light.
All right. And I want to thank you, Kevin, for being a great co-host today. I want to thank my audience. If you got any comments, remember to look at my show at least 15, 20, 30 minutes each day. And we'll see you on another edition of What's Up? What's Up? What's